Hi, welcome back to Garden on the Moors. We have a few more plants to sow today, some vegetables for winter and some flowers for next year, some biennials. So yeah, now's the perfect time to sow them, let's get doing it. So we've got a few things to plant today. The first stuff I'm going to show you are the vegetables. So we've got some swede. I've never grown swede before, but we love to eat it. So give it a try. Got to try new things, haven't you? So we've got swede there, Magres. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that, but there we are. That'll be hopefully ready in sort of autumn winter time, and then what we'll do is we'll store them and then they'll last hopefully a bit longer. We've got this Romanesco Broccoli. Now I love growing broccolis, but I've never had any luck with Romanescos, and I think it's when I'm sowing it. Now is the perfect time to sow it. We're in the second half of May, so I'm hoping that that is spot on. So we'll grow those as well down here. And then some of the flowers we've got are a foxglove called Pam's Choice. These are just now starting to open in flower in the garden, so we'll get some clips of those for you. We've got another one called Sutton's Apricot, which is a lovely pinky apricot colour. And I've also got some lupins, which I grow a mixture of fresh seed and saved seed. I haven't got any saved seed at the minute, I've used it all last year, but that way just using some new seed brings in some new, plants into the mix and will make them better and stronger. And the fun thing of them is that you never really know what exactly colours you're going to get, but we haven't had any colours we don't like yet, so that's good. I just found some slugs in these old trays, so gave them to the chickens to eat. So here are our seed trays. And they've just been in storage for a little while, so they're a bit dusty, but they're not too bad. I'm going to put our Swedes in these, and hopefully that will give us loads of Swedes and some that we can give to neighbours and friends and family and things like that. So the first thing we need to do is get our Swede packet and get some compost, some peat-free multi-purpose compost. All we need to do is just fill up these little trays with some compost. There's Benny, just checking we're not up to any mischief. She is the top dog in the chicken coop, and just making sure that we're not up to anything naughty or anything she can eat. I'm sure she'd like to have a little taste of these. These are the seeds of our Swedes. Nice big seeds. And what I'm going to do is plant one per cell, because I've got must be 30 cells here. If they don't all germinate, that's fine, but probably what I'll do is if they don't, I'll just sow another seed into that little cell. Oops. And if there's two, which there isn't a couple, I'll just pick out the weakest one and keep the strongest, like I do for broccolis and things. Next up are the Romanesco Broccolis. So I want 5 of these. So if I can try and find 5 similar-ish pots, then that'll be nice. Oh, that's a bit... Ta-da! I've got 5 similar pots. I'm not going to successionally sow these Romanesco Broccolis because they are not very forgiving. So I'm just going to play by the rules for once, do what it says on the packet, and just try and actually get a harvest out of them. So I'm filling up these little pots with my peat-free compost. What I'm hoping is that these plants will go in where perhaps the garlics or the onions are now in our garden, and they'll be, like I say, taking over from something that's already in there, so we're just making the most of our space. Now, because they are not very forgiving, I'm not going to mess about. I'm going to put 3 seeds in each pot so that I am pretty much guaranteeing myself germination, because you think surely to God 1 out of 3 will germinate. So I'm just going to put a little hole in each, not too deep because I'm probably going to top these up in a moment, and then shake it, shake it, shake, and get the seeds. Now these are going to look basically the same as the Swedes because they're the same family, brassicas. So the broccolis. So let's go up 1, 2, 3. And last but not least, 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to cover over these seeds and tuck them into bed. So now these just need a label and some water. I'm going to give that one a bit more. So all of the flowers that we're going to sow are sown in the exact same way, which is in a full tray, and then I'm just going to thinly scatter the seeds into the compost because I don't want too many. So here are the lupin seeds. Some of them look really good, like that one. Some of them don't look as good, but we'll give them all a go and see how they do. So I'm just going to sow them out as thinly as I can so they've all got lots of room to send out their roots and turn into nice strong seedlings. And then what I'll do when all of these have germinated is I'll prick them out just like we did with the tomatoes and put them into their own individual pot. So that's the lupins. Just check there's no more. Yeah, there's one more. There you are. Great. These are the Pam's Choice. And the seeds are just loose, which is a shame because they're so small and fine. Can you see that? It's like dust. I'm just going to thinly sow these. And I'm not going to do the whole packet because I've done that before and it ended terribly. I ended up with like thousands of foxgloves. That will probably already be too many. So we'll try and save these for next time. And then last up are the Sutton's Apricot, which are in a nice seed packet. That's good. Shake them down. And they're going to be probably just as small, like dust. These flowers we sow now to then grow. There's loads in there. Lovely. We sow now to grow throughout the year and then flower next year, next spring, this time next year. It's a bit risky, put them there. There we go. Put the last few in there. And we'll save the rest for next year. So then we keep then getting a constant supply of fresh plants, which makes our self-sown plants more stronger because they've got good genetic mix. And it means that if they start to hybridize with each other, that we're still going to have those nice, clean, pure ones, as well as the cool, fun mixes of things. The Foxgloves, because they're so small, just need the tiniest sprinkling of compost on, so they still get light, because that helps with their germination. And I also need to be quite careful when I'm watering as well, so that I don't spread them all everywhere. But with a fine hose, with a fine rose on the watering can, that'll be fine. So I'm going to press them down to make sure that they're firmly in there and that they can get into the compost. Lovely. Right, just needs a good watering now, and then we're done until they germinate. There we are. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a big thumbs up and subscribe for more, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers.